This is the 10th video. Hey, by the way, if you're just seeing this video for the first time, go back to video 1 and watch it all the way through. They're in order for a particular reason. So go back to video 1. It's a playlist in there. You can go back to video 1 and you can watch them all the way through. You won't understand this video unless you've watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then number 10. But you've watched these videos and you've seen the last 9 and you're implementing and you're practicing them. You've seen the massive changes inside your customers. You've seen the massive changes inside yourself. In fact, you've begun to notice something pretty spectacular, that people are just actually closing themselves. And that's kind of wild and crazy to you because you've never been able to see that before. But yet, through implementation and through practice, you've been able to do these things. Here's what I have absolute certainty in. Any one of these single techniques that I've taught in this series is going to close deals. A combination, deadly, absolute deadly. What do I mean by deadly? I mean, you're gonna have a very high close ratio, 80 to 90 to 100%. Typically, it's hard to hit 100%, but you're gonna have a very high close percentage. And not only that, but the customers that you're dealing with, they have a much better experience. It's much happier, less resistance, less cringe-worthy, uncomfortable moments. This is what it's all about. But here's what I haven't told you is some of the ways that we have to be able to apply these. We want to go out and make these a habit. You want to make these a habit. The thing is that most people will default back to habitual neural pathways. They'll fall back into what they learned. They'll fall back into what's comfortable, rather than being intentional about applying every single one of these techniques in every single sale communication that you have. Or at that, don't compartmentalize this in your life. You want to be able to use this and leverage this in every single compartment of your life, with your spouses, with your kids, with your relationships, and then also obviously the sales side of things. But what I've noticed the most is that people will start doing these things, have some success, and then they'll get in those moments where it's heated and they start feeling some fear or some uncertainty, and they'll revert back to their old ways. It's not going to work. You have to be intentional about applying these things. Nobody typically wins the fight throwing one punch at a time. Jab, jab, hook. Jab, jab, hook. It's a combination of implementing all of these things. The best thing about all of these strategies, presuppositions, being a wordsmith, being a hypnotic influencer, being able to assume the sale, future pacing these people, when you use these in a combination with your customers, with your spouses, with your children, with your relationships, what you'll notice is that these relationships or these conversations are very easy and effortless. And you're just guiding them through this kind of like journey where they start from up here and they funnel all the way down and they come down to there, making the only obvious decision that they can make. If you've noticed, I've been implementing and practicing these techniques throughout the entire series. I started this video doing that. I started this video with doing 6 combinations. Did you pick up on it? Here's the thing is communication becomes effortless and easy once you're able to understand how to do it. This comes with repetition after repetition after repetition after repetition. Most people, when they're just working by themselves, single entity, they'll practice some of these things, they'll try it out, it'll work, and then they'll revert back to themselves. My challenge for you today is to be able to get close and to get personal and to make sure that you implement this in everything that you do, because what I've found is that anybody I've ever trained, and I've done it repetitiously, and it drilled into the unconscious, is that they're 7-figure earners. There's no guarantee that you're gonna make 7 figures, but I'll tell you what, your communication and your sales and your numbers and stuff will all go up as a result of implementing and practicing these things. Presuppositions, telling incredible stories, being able to pre-detonate these objections well before they ever come out. Understanding kind of the framework on what to do allows you to effortlessly and easily move through the art of the sell. And then through the communication. Communication just becomes easy. You can guide a conversation very easy and effortless. There's less resistance, there's less animosity or cringe-worthy moments. Listen, I've trained you guys and I've shown you these techniques. I didn't reveal all of the applicable techniques, but I revealed enough for you guys to get the hang of it. Now you can certainly do 1 or 2 things. You could go out there and implement this and practice this and try to do this and maybe read all the books I read, maybe spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal development, hypnosis, and psychology, and maybe you'll get it. After that, or you could just bypass all that stuff and you could come join me. Here's the thing, I run a community, it's a Skool community. You have a group call with me once a week. Bring your issue, bring the objection, bring whatever it is to the table. We'll resolve that, we'll be able to overcome it, and then we'll train on this repetitiously so that it no longer baffles you. I have program after program, and this isn't a pitch to sell the program. Listen, if you've gotten value from this course or you've gotten value from what I've given you, join me, get close. When I find somebody that has something that I want, I immediately cut the check for speed and get close to them. And I've spent over $500,000 on personal development. It's up to you. You can still continue to watch these videos, and here's what I'm sure of. I'm sure that if you will just practice and you'll watch and rewatch these videos, apply, I know for a fact that your sales will go up. You don't have to join me to make your sales go up. Watch and rewatch these, implement what you can, learn along the way. But will your learning curve be a year? Will it be 2 years? Will it be 5 years? Will it be 10 years? Or would you like to cut the check for speed and just join me? Listen, I want to be close to you. I'm looking for people just like myself. The thing is like everything that I've ever developed, I wish that I would have had someone just like myself offering to get close. I'd be like, dude, how do I get in your back pocket? What do I have to do to get close to you? Because I want to know everything that you know so that I can implement this so my conversations and my sales and my numbers can go up and it can be easy and effortless. That's exactly what I want to do. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. I'm actually going to send a link so that you guys could book a 15-minute strategy call with me at the end. Listen, if you receive value throughout the series, let me know. Send me a DM, book a strategy call with me. Let me know, hey, if this completely sucked, you're probably not watching it. But if it was good or I added value to your life, just let me know. I'd appreciate it. If it was garbage, let me know too. If it was garbage, let me know as well. Unconscious confidence into mastery. So I didn't know what I did. It wasn't until I had recorded hundreds of closes and I started analyzing it and I started being intentional about practicing this, and I did it repetitiously that it became unconscious. And then I had to discover, okay, what it is that I do when I do it. And then I found out like, hey, listen, I have countless amount of people that I've practiced this out on, and I've had success after success after success, and I've been the number one in the nation, I've been the number one in the companies, and throughout my entire career as a result of implementing and practicing these things. And I know this isn't the Luke story, this is the you story. You have that same ability. You can do this as well. All it is a duplication. You model somebody else that has a sort of success. And I want you to ask yourself just for a second, how would it be to be the number one guy in your company? How would it be the guy in your company that everybody's going to and like, dude, what are you doing? Can I come with you? Can I roll with you? Can I see what you're doing? What would that be like? Now let's just take it a step up. What would it be like to be the number one guy in the nation? Outsell anybody, everybody in your space. What would that be like? Would that make your life infinitely better, or would it make you worse? Would it put you in a better position or worse position? Resounding yes, it puts me in a better position is what you should have said, and which is what everybody here on is going to say. So I'd love you to get closer to me. I'd love to be able to get closer. I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to figure out your strategy, what your strategy is right now. By the way, talk to me, even if you have like a strategy that you think is working. I'd like to hear about it. Maybe you got some better information than I do. You tell me like, yeah, that guy's a novice. I got to teach this guy what's up. I'd be able to love to be able to hear that. Click the link down below and let's get close. Thanks, guys.